Wow. Hello everyone, this is Teens Time with Chichi. My name is Chichi Umesiaka, the teenage coach. And you know how the season has been rolling. It's all about the streets. We are bringing you stories of real people who grew up from the streets, who are doing so much for themselves, who never allowed what they went through or what they are dealing with currently to put them down.
My name is John Avey. I'm a trained elocutionist. I want to show you where I started from. Guys, this is where I make my clothes. Great fashion house. They're very amazing, really. Yes.
I represent that Ajeoloku. You will have money, like you can see many people put that carries on their head. It is money, wealth in your hand. I'm well with you and I appreciate your job. Thank you.
They've been able to conquer their mind, especially their mind, conquer their background, conquer the things that could have limited them, that could have put them down, but they've conquered those things and they are on their way to achieving their dreams so that we can learn how to take care of ourselves for a better future. She deserves a round of applause. So stick around. It's Teens Time with Chichi. My name is Chichi Umesaka, the teenage coach. And this season has been all about the streets, talking about real things that a lot of us just avoid talking about, a lot of things that we are not ready to talk about. And today we are talking about parenting. I'm bringing it down to home. And as we all know, I'm very passionate about parenting and I talk about parenting almost on all the seasons, but this one we are bringing it down. Let's hit it. Let's be straightforward. There are certain things that a lot of the teenagers have complained about. They complain how parents are so into their work, into their careers, chasing money, and then they neglect them. We also have the issue where the teenagers are saying there's this abuse coming from the parents, and you know how tormenting it can be when the abuse that is usually seen outside, when it's brought back to the home, and if it's coming from the parents, I think is even more dangerous. And today I have I'm in someone's home who is like a mentor to a lot of people in this community. She's an amazing person. I'm just meeting her for the first time, but I've heard so much about her. And she is a mother. I realize, are you a grandmother yet, ma? Not yet, but very soon. But she has had kids are no longer teenagers. So I believe you're the right person to talk to when it comes to parenting. Thank you so much for having us in your home. This is a beautiful home.
You're welcome.
Thank you, ma. So please help me introduce yourself, your name and what you do. And then the teenagers the young adults that are here, they will ask you questions.
My name is Pat Zwokemefa. I'm the CEO of the Dawn Academy.
Okay.
And I'm into hair making.
Okay. And you have a lot of, I saw a lot of your students learning, and I believe you are is the word mothering? Is it not the mother like Q? But you are taking care of them as you're a mother figure for them.
Exactly.
Because I saw that briefly. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so ma, let me ask you before I get them to talk. Please, ma, do you think a lot of our parents are getting it right when it comes to parenting in this 21st century?
I would say no, especially in this our environment. The parents are not yet there.
Okay.
We don't really value the children. And when you don't value your children, you don't know what they can become tomorrow.
True.
And in most cases, they just leave them. At early stage, they leave these children to just make it for yourself, which is not possible.
True.
They leave the home as early as 4 a.m.
Wow.
3 a.m. in this environment. And they say they go to the markets. And they come back very late in the night.
When they are worn out?
When they are worn out, the children cannot even see them. The mother, the father, they are not there for the children.
Wow.
I will quickly cite an example. Just on Friday morning, I was just right in front of my shop. And this young boy, by 11-year-old, just came, a friend of mine's son anyway, just came and greeted me. And I look at him from far. He was having color on his hair, gold color on his hair. And I was
An
like,
11-year-old boy.
11-year-old boy in GSS1, I think. And I asked him, do you spark anything on your head? He said, no. Come nearer. And he was afraid coming. And the person that was sitting beside me said, why are you calling him? I said, I'm surprised about what is carrying on his head. And he said, you've not seen anything. That boy has tattoo on his left hand. This is for real.
11 years old.
Yes.
Color tinted hair, tattoo.
And I was like, come. The boy just took off.
He ran.
Exactly. And I picked my phone. I called the mom. I called the mom and she did not pick my call. Until late in the night when she saw my call, she now came. I sat her down. This is a woman that leaves home 4 a.m. every blessed day and comes back by 8, 9. I did not even tell her that your child has tattoo on his hand. I just said, what are you looking at? How can you be leaving the house and that early? Are you building a mansion somewhere? What do you need the money for?
What did she say? What did she say?
She was just looking. She didn't say anything. She was just like, have you laid any foundation anywhere? She said no.
Yeah.
What is the problem? Why do you have to leave home very early? And she said, I don't know why. Immediately my son sees me after he's coming, he will just run in and pretend as if he's sleeping. So you don't even bother to go and tap him and ask him how he's faring.
Wow.
What are we doing?
Wow.
What is our problem? The church is not preaching that.
No, they are not.
The mosque is not preaching that. And that is why this thing keeps rolling in.
True.
Every day.
True. True.
Even our environment does not preach it. They are scared of saying it. I told the woman, most of your neighbors have seen this.
And they will not say exactly, that's
and
the
she
thing.
Said, God bless you, God bless you. I said, no, leave that aside.
Yes.
When you get home, I told her, don't wake him if he's sleeping. In the morning, be the first person to wake up. Put water on fire. Tell him you have to bathe him.
Exactly, he's still 11.
That is the reason. That is the only way you can detect yourself.
True. True.
And she said she's going for service the following day. And I asked her, which service are you going? She said she's going by 8 o'clock. What about your children? She said they will join her. And I told her, I feel sorry for you.
Wow.
This I'm saying is real. I just don't want to mention it.
Yeah. So, ma'am, you said something earlier. You asked a question. You said, what is the problem? So I want to throw that question back to you. What is the problem? Why a lot of our parents are neglecting their jobs? They feel it's just providing, fending for the kids, and then that's it. What do you think is the issue?
They're not even fending for the kids. Number one, the problem is this environment.
Okay, apart from, I think it's a universal thing.
Yeah, it depends on the.
Yeah, I think,
like
yeah.
Different, every environment has their own issues. So it's not just this environment, it's universal.
I think it's universal.
Okay. Then another thing I see in this case is that most of their husbands are not working. They depend on the woman. And because the woman does not want to let the family down, she keeps working, forgetting that the children are there. So that is just it. And to me, the solution, in brief, is our churches, they should start preaching this. The mosque should start preaching this. To let our fathers, our parents know their first role as parents to their children.
True. Absolutely. So I know you guys have, you want to ask her. So go ahead.
Okay, so for me, I usually think that I just feel that the parenting just for they're just there to provide for our financial needs. Yeah.
That's your own mindset.
That's like what I think, because when I see many parents, I feel like they're not there for the emotional needs of the children. Yeah. Like they don't get to talk. There's no relationship between the parent and the child. So they're just there like, okay, what do you need today? Money for food, money for school fees, and then they just and then they feel like you're fine, you're good. And that way the child go out to find solar or find company outside, and then get bad information or bad system from outside. Do you understand? So from your own perspective, we know that you have grown-up children, and by God's grace, you were able to train them in the right way. What will you say to an average Nigerian parent, both male and female? How can they combine both providing for their financial needs of the children, emotional needs, and like to be like an all-round parent?
Yes.
So that the child can feel like, okay, this is my mom, not just my guardian, not just my sponsor. quote unquote.
Yeah.
Do you get the point? So how can they be like an all-round parent? How can they provide for their children in every area?
That is very possible. After work, it's your children. That is the next thing. And you don't talk to them from far. No. You
Don't
talk
throw
to your...
words at
no,
them.
No.
How are you?
I
I'm
told
fine.
this woman, I said, don't flog that boy.
Yeah.
You will lose
Don't
him.
flog him.
Yeah.
You will run from you.
Yes.
Just leave him. Cuddle him. Make him happy.
Someone
Bring
is grooming him.
close to yourself.
Someone is grooming him, so you need to find out.
If you ask him a question, he will answer you. He will give you the right answer.
True.
But if you use hard word or you carry cane, you will not see that boy again.
True.
Forget the age, 11.
True.
You won't see. You don't have to scare your children away. No matter how busy you are during the day, you must have enough time for your children. When you are back home, you call them, you talk to them, you just show love. Not that you just ask it, how much do you need for your breakfast, your lunch? Have you gotten this? Have you got? No. Even when they needed something, they ask for it. Make sure you get it for them. Don't just throw money on them.
True.
Because at the end of the day, they might not use that money exactly for what they need it
Exactly.
for. So at the end of the day, you just need to get close to your children.
But Ma, I hear parents say, I was not trained like that. I'm not used to it.
Yeah, that's another issue because they cannot give what they don't have.
Yes.
So what's the advice to them?
They are not trained like how,
Like so.
Their parents were just doing the same thing they are doing to their own
which
kids.
is not possible. Like I told my friend, I said, how can you go to church and expect your children to join you? That is rubbish. When I was growing up, I told her, I said, when I was growing up, my father and my mother will not get motor. The children will be in the front. They will be at the back. We have to trek to the church. And we sit on the same pew. So not that you will be there and the moment you see your daughter wearing something bad, you cannot even
Exactly, because
say anything.
she's already out.
She's there in the church.
True. And sometimes even they may not even come to church. I know of a guy that said he will always go to play video game.
Yeah.
And they will think and then when he's about to go, church is about to end, he will go and ask them what's the memory verse, what's the this, he will cram it, go home, and
I
then
used to do that. I used to do that.
you see? Okay, I know you have a question for Mommy.
Yeah, Mom, I want to ask you a question now. You've been talking about parents not being there for their children and the rest of them, being too busy to take care of children. What about the aspect of parents being too overprotective? Like your friends come to the house. Who is that person? What's that person looking for? Who is that man that is coming to? Who is that boy coming to look for you? Like for the female children, you keep protecting them, keep holding them back, and the rest. What will you say on that part and the rest?
That's not important. We are not supposed to be overprotecting our children, especially the female child. We are supposed to give them a little freedom. A little freedom, at least let them be a little bit free. Because if they don't now, by the time they get it later, they will misuse it.
True. True.
When they have friends, the only thing you can do to your child, your friend, your children's friend, is to ask questions. Know where the person is coming from, period. Then you leave the rest. All you need to do, as long as you are close to your own child, he or she will not bring shame to you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That is just it.
Ma, do you believe that it is necessary for parents to be friends with their kids? A lot of parents say they have to be a parent.
No. We are supposed to be very close to them. I used to tell my students, especially the female ones, your mothers are supposed to be your best friend.
Yes.
If anybody toasts you, it's your mother that you first and foremost tell.
But the thing is, I think I have friends who are overdoing it. They are just lenient to a fault where they overpamper the kids. They don't even... How can parents draw the line?
Where should they draw that line?
A little to the right, a little to the left.
Okay.
We are supposed to know where our boundary ends. You are not supposed to follow them everywhere.
Okay.
As long as you are close to your children, they will definitely confide in you.
Sure.
We don't need to follow them, touchlight them everywhere. No. We don't have to do that.
Okay.
We have to let them know that they too have their own freedom, but they must not misuse it.
Okay.
Period.
So they have to be, parents, what we're saying, what Mommy is saying, you have to be a little bit,
Yes, a little
give them
bit-
benefit of doubt.
Exactly.
But tell them the things they need to know and the things they are supposed to know, but they shouldn't do. But also be firm, like balancing
Balance it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a final question for you, ma. So we know that most African parents now they have lost it already. Just to be sincere, they have lost it already. What is your advice for them? Those women watching that I've lost it, but how can I still redeem what I've lost? How can I still redeem my child's trust? What step do you think, or major do you think they should take for them to gain back their child's friendship, or even just to get closer to their child a bit? What do you think they should do?
Yeah, there are lots of things parents can do. You see, when you ask too many questions, you are driving your child away. When you shout on them, you are driving them away.
That's true.
Correct.
Soft voice.
Yes.
Soft voice. And at times you have to eat together with them.
That's the best moment to
Yeah.
talk.
We should
Yeah.
mention this show.
Did you hear that? She said, "How much you want this
That's
show?"
the best moment.
At times you just feel like dishing your food and your daughter's food together.
Together.
Come, let's eat together. And you watch her eating with you. Not that you take meat, your daughter will pinch the meat and you scream like,
Don't touch it.
don't.
I
I'm
must eat the meat
supposed
first
to
before
eat
you eat
first.
my own.
No,
I must
no,
wash
no.
my hands first before you.
No.
It's just too much. It's annoying
Honestly,
sometimes.
that is
Wow.
another way of bringing your child close to you,
Wow.
which is the best way.
Do you have another question for me?
Another prominent issue things are having with our parents is this issue of emotional abuse and psychological abuse. We don't really say it that much, but it happens when we discuss within ourselves, where parents use harsh words on us and the rest. You are mad, you're a fool, you can never be useful in this life. Parents use that kind of words
yes,
on us
yes.
at some certain points. What would you advise? What would you advise parents to say in certain positions where they are pushed to their
it's true.
limits?
I think sincerely, our parents are trying, because at times we should also do some. We go overboard.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And they're also women. So how can they balance?
Why do we have to abuse our children? Not even abuse, curse. Curse. That is too much. That is just too much. Why don't we learn to bless our children every morning? Sure. If you do, you will see the difference in your child.
Even when you're angry.
You will do. You will just see it in them. You don't use harsh word on your child. Talk less of abuse. You don't even have to shout on them. You ask questions. The moment you go soft with them, they will think.
Yes.
They
Even the
also
Bible
have
said it, soft
yes.
hands are turned to way rough.
They will think and they will like, why would I do this to my mom? Oh, from the bottom of their heart they will be sorry.
True.
Yes.
They will be sorry.
True.
So parents should stop using abusive language on their children. I used to tell my girls, when you wake up in the morning, pray and ask God to bless the work of your hands. It's not a sleeping God. And the God that created us for a positive purpose in this world. So when we have a child that we started cursing from year 2, curse year 3, year 4, what do you want the child to become tomorrow? Even at times, the children will be tired of hearing your voice.
True.
Because you are not welcoming them. You are not cuddling them. You are not telling them what you're supposed to tell them. They go outside there to listen to who wants to talk to them,
True.
which is not supposed to be.
True.
My advice to father and mother is they should bring their children close to themselves. Period.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Before we round off the show, I want you to say, look into the camera and talk to the teenagers. Like we said, sometimes we also drive our parents crazy.
Yes, exactly.
So what's your advice to that teenage boy who is out there saying, I will kill my parents one way or the other? What's your advice to them?
What I want to
Through the
advise
attitude, maybe not
every
verbally.
single teenager out there, parents can be frustrating sometimes, we know, but we too, we are also frustrating. We keep pushing them. They are trying their best. You know the saying, I did not kill my father, so you cannot kill me. We should not kill them, please. Just do your own part, play your part. When you know it's becoming too much, you try to work out from the situation.
Won't they say that you're walking away from them?
It depends on how you do it. Okay, mommy, let's end this topic here. If this thing is getting too much now, it might lead to another thing. Let's discuss discuss some other
There are
time.
parents that will literally kill you when you tell them let's
That's the point, because they feel
Why
like they're meant
don't you
to be
why
involved.
don't you keep
The best thing
quiet?
for you to do then is
Keep
The
quiet.
best thing for you to do then, keep quiet.
And
then
stand.
look for a good situation
Stand.
when
You
the
can-
both of you
yes.
Can talk.
can understand each other very
Okay.
well,
Thank
and
you
then
very
you
much.
speak to them.
Thank you, Ruth.
My final was to parents, not even years. Connect before you correct. And then for my teacher,
Exactly.
connect before you
Before you
correct.
correct.
So before you
That's
correct, just
true.
connect with them, and then life will be easy for both of you.
Exactly.
And what's your advice to teenage girls?
For teenage girls, see your life. You see your life. So even if your parents are not always, they try to get wisdom or information from the right sources, and then be yourself the way you want your life to be, and then your own
Yes.
children treat them the right way.
Fantastic. Mom, I know you've given advice, but for parents who are saying, Mom, this is too difficult. I was not told I love you by my parents. I was not treated right by my parents. They were harsh to me. I cannot give what I don't have. What's your advice to them, please?
It's not compulsory for you to give what you don't have. The thing is, we mothers, especially mothers, we are supposed to be connected with our children, either boy child or girl child. We need them, not only now, but tomorrow.
Wow, thank you so much, ma'am, for educating us. And I believe a lot of our parents, they will take precaution. They will listen. I believe there is hope.
Yeah.
And that's why we are doing this show. That's the essence, why we are
give
doing
our hope.
Teens Time with Chichi, so that we can educate. I believe a lot of our parents are clueless. They need orientation. They don't
Yes.
even know that they are doing the wrong thing. And thank you, Zenwa, for
my pleasure.
For being here.
Thank you for
This is your
having me.
first
It's
time
my
of being
pleasure.
here.
Yes, thank you very much.
And Ruth, you're not a new person, but thank you for also making
you
our time
so
to be
much.
here. Thank you. Mommy, thank you. We appreciate so much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for coming.
Dear parents, trust me that you were not shown love by your parents, that you don't have, does not mean you cannot train yourself to give. You can actually train yourself to show love, to be the person you were not, you didn't have when you were growing up. I always say something. I am what I am to the teenagers. I am that thing that I never had as a teenager. So as a parent, you can become that thing you never had as a young person. Your parents were not there. They didn't show you love. They didn't treat you right. Do the same for your kids. This is 21st century. This is a different dispensation. They shouldn't have too many things they are contending with. They have the social media. They have too many things, and you can't even believe it. Too many things they are contending. If you don't be there for them, they're going to find it outside. And I know you don't want to. You don't want to hear the end result. Thank you, and this is Teens Time. Feel free to get in touch with me. I can help you become a better parent, trust me. After having 4 kids, I'm still grooming them. I think and after 13 years of being married, I think
Wow.
I've tried, so I can help you be something that's better than what you're doing now. Until we come your way next week, feel free. I want to hear from you. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Wow. Hello everyone, this is Teens Time with Chichi. My name is Chichi Umisiaka, the teenage coach. And you know how the season has been rolling. It's all about the streets. We are bringing you stories of real people who grew up from the streets, who are doing so much for themselves, who never allowed what they went through or what they are dealing with currently to put them down.
My name is John Avey. I'm a trained elocutionist. I want to show you where I started from. Guys, this is where I make my clothes. Great fashion house. They're very amazing, really. Yes.
I represent that Ajeoloku. You will have money, like you can see many people put that cowries on their head. It is money, wealth in your hand. I'm well with you and I appreciate your job. Thank you.
They've been able to conquer their mind, especially their mind, conquer their background, conquer the things that could have limited them, that could have put them down, but they've conquered those things and they are on their way to achieving their dreams so that we can learn how to take care of ourselves for a better future. She deserves a round of applause. So stick around.